Okay, so for my pain's sake, welcome everyone. Anthony Mars Jr. on PRLostGalaxy2014 with a special presentation presented by PRLostGalaxy2014's Facebook page, my Morphin Megaverse Power Rangers Facebook group, the Power Rangers Lost Galaxy fan film series, Facebook group and such pages, and as well as my Trakina fan group on Facebook as well. So today I'm going to do only the Lost Galaxy playthrough levels on Power Rangers Super Legends a la PlayStation 2. Mastered in high definition with my HD flat screen TV instead of using some sort of a video game converter thing where you convert gameplay footage on your computer and post it on YouTube, which I do not have. I'm doing it via my camcorder, which also is mastered in high definition with the aspects of HD. So here it is, Power Rangers Super Legends. As a matter of fact, as I mentioned back in my video game rant on this game, among most of the things I hated about Power Rangers Super Legends, I mean, aside from the bad voice acting, the voice acting is really bad in this one. Especially in the Lost Galaxy levels. I mean, the Ranger voices are okay, but Trakina's voice is just worse. It's just worse as hell. So let's go ahead with Lost Galaxy Part 1. Part 2 and Part 3 will be uploaded throughout the weekend, so therefore Part 1 is going to be up for now. So let's go with Part 1. I just got to think of what Ranger to use for this one. But despite the fact that I'm doing Lost Galaxy, I got to use only 2 Galaxy Rangers. Either Leo or Damon for this one. Well, despite the fact with the Trakina Green Ranger thing in reality with Reggie and Amy, I think I should go with the Green Ranger, but maybe for Part 2. But Part 1, I'll just use Leo. You know, and also in the Nintendo DS version, Trakina does appear in her normal form as well, but I do not have the DS version. This is PlayStation 2. PC version is the same as the PS2 version, so I'm not going to complain about that. Oh, is the volume too loud for you guys? I'm sorry. Okay. How to glide through and just... Oh yeah, L1 to dash by. That's right. Well, it's just I haven't played PS2 in so long, so this is why I'm doing it. I gotta adjust the volume, I don't want it so loud. It's too early in the morning. Well, at the time when I recorded this playthrough, it was too early in the morning. I didn't want to wake my neighbors up. Okay. And then that bomb thing, I should have just hit the Stingwinger with it. Okay, here she is. Get ready to hear the worst voice acting possible.
That's enough, Trakina. We won't let you destroy Terra Venture.
We'll see about that. Stingwingers, attack!
No, seriously, Amy should have... I mean, if any cast member from Power Rangers past were to reprise their own voices of their own characters, when Disney had the rights to the franchise, well, at the time of this point of the 15th anniversary with Operation Overdrive, they could have at least did this. I mean, you would have had Danny Slavin reprise his voice as the Red Ranger, and Reggie roll as the Green one, and then Amy would be, reprise Trakina if she could, but no. And even like for the Mighty Morphin levels, and also the voice act, also the actors from Operation Overdrive are raising their own voices instead of hiring voice actors that have no knowledge of Power Rangers whatsoever. And then you got to have them. I mean, my goodness. I mean, just thinking back at the voice actor. I mean, once when we get to that boss battle with Trakina in this level and the next level, in the Megazord level, I can't believe I got to sit through some of the most terrible voice acting by her in this game ever. And I said this before back in my video game rant, that Trakina's voice in this game is worse than how her voice was in Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue during Trakina's Revenge. Trust me, it's no joke. Okay, let's go up. I don't have time for this. I need to get to that boss fight and fight Trakina for this level, and then tomorrow I'll use the Green Ranger to face her. But, well, sort of. And then the Megazord battle. Yeah. Among the things that I hated about this game has always been a 1-2 button masher. No other further buttons used for combat, hand-to-hand combat, martial arts moves for the Rangers. That's just slow. I can just imagine back in the time when THQ did Power Ranger games, they knew exactly how to do some Power Ranger games justice. I mean, if they did the Dino Thunder game so well, and also Lightspeed Rescue for the PlayStation and such, that could have did this. But Disney, this is why this is the only Power Rangers game Disney would ever make. Because as much as they said, according to Linkara, back in his opening of his History of Power Rangers video on RPM, when he stated about that, the reason why Disney doesn't like Power Rangers and despise the license is because Disney was too embarrassed by Power Rangers. That's a bullcrap excuse. I can see if a TV studio like Cartoon Network handled Power Rangers, they would be embarrassed by it. Well, go figure. I mean, why do you think the only thing of Power Rangers related that ever appeared on Cartoon Network was when they aired Turbo, a Power Rangers movie, on Cartoon Network, part of their little Cartoon Network movie block thing back in 2008. Go figure. I seriously hate this game's combat system. It's just bland. I still hate it to this day. It's often repetitive.
We should check what's below.
I think somewhere during the Lost Galaxy levels, as a tip for if you want to unlock the letters of Ranger from this level or the next Lost Galaxy level, you can also, I think, the Blue Galaxy Ranger, which is Kai, is also a playable character, but he's actually an unlockable character, because in some Ranger levels, you can, when you're collecting the letters Ranger, you can unlock other Power Rangers from other seasons. It doesn't matter which level it is, just collect the letter Ranger and you'll see which one you got. I barely unlocked almost every Ranger in this game when I was playing it during my playthrough of this. Seriously, I hate the combat in this. But when I do that power-up move against a boss with any Ranger, against any villain from any of the respective season at the time, it doesn't barely work. That's why you only have to do it to their respective foot soldiers, like the Putties, the Stingwingers, the Kelzex, Crybots, etc. So, yeah. However, the Nintendo DS version has more Rangers than on this version, so yeah, that's a pain. I bet the Power Rangers Legends game is probably doing much better than this one right now. And I think this game was super. Give me a break. This game lied to us by title. It really did. It truly, truly did. Yeah, and then giving the Ranger a standard blaster like the one you press when you're pressing the circle button. Is that supposed to represent, like, the Time Force's Chrono Blasters or something for respective Rangers or something? That's what I don't get. But that's what I didn't get when I was playing this. Let's see, talk about repetitiveness from this game. That would have blew up the Sting Wingers there. Talk about my Lost Galaxy fanfiction rambles. I wish nobody cares about. As slow as this game is, you'll never get to the boss battle in time unless I have to speed my way through fighting foot soldiers and such, and get on with it. That's what I need to do. This is why this game freaking sucks. Haha.
Maybe I should have a look over there.
Oh, that door is closed. So that means I gotta go down? Oh yeah, I did this before. Seems like you guys don't want me to leave. I don't know what those foot soldiers are because they sure do look like humanoid foot soldier versions of the Green Ranger's Dragon Zord. Well, it's because you can tell that back piece of their armor looking like the Dragon Zord's shoulders, but for the back piece of these foot soldiers. I don't have time for this. Okay, this is the part. Obviously.
Too late, Rangers. I'll take you down if it's the last thing I do.
The last thing you'll do is lose. Come and get some.
Oh God. Here we go. Her laugh in this game is just a little bit too reminiscent to either Divatox or Nadira. It is really not like her. No. It's just as campy as Power Rangers always been. I would never think that this game would have this bad voice acting. Well, that's part of Power Rangers' charm. The acting is supposed to be like that. It's a kid's show. For crying out loud. Of course. Alright, Bug Babe, bring your ass out.
Everything's A-okay.
As much as you hate the Red Ranger, here he is. And then she just disappeared again.
Heads up.
It would be cool if there was another Power Rangers game where it's based on all seasons, if the villains in Power Rangers were playable characters too. That would be great, and I would play Trakina all day if she was a playable character, so is... Well, yeah.
You can't stop me. Dance with me, Ranger.
Okay, that's one line she would never say. I understand this is part of the game's canon, but come on. Hey, shut up, man, will ya? I can't even tell whose voice... I can't even tell which acting is worse, from this or Operation Overdrive. I say both. A small punch in her face would have been nice. Well, that's the end of that chapter.
Power Rangers, we need you. Please come with me and I'll explain.
Stay tuned for part 2.